Good evening. This is Prime TV News. You are with me, Lahiru Aduge. Let's take a look at the headlines first. Premier pledges to implement multi-pronged program to solve human-elephant conflict. Discussions are in progress on Markandure Madush. Customs Department and wholesale market return to normalcy. 5,000 million rupees set aside to purchase paddy. Security of ports beefed up. And in news overseas, Trump plans to meet Kim Jong-un. Now the news in detail. President of the Maldives, Ibrahim Mohamed Soli, who attended as the special guest of the National Day of Sri Lanka, left the country last night.
The Maldivian president and his entourage visited Sri Lanka for a 3-day state visit. The visiting state leader called on Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe following the 71st National Day ceremony and held bilateral discussions. The Premier hosted dinner for the Maldivian state leader. The Maldivian president met with President Maithripala Sirisena at the president's house. The visiting state leader praised President Maithripala Sirisena's commitment to bust illegal drug trafficking. The president also hosted a luncheon for his Maldivian counterpart at the president's house. Concluding his 3-day visit, President Soli left for the Maldives at 8:20 p.m. from the Bandaranaike International Airport.
Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says measures will be taken to solve the human-elephant conflict. The Prime Minister was speaking in Parliament. He stated that a multi-pronged program will be implemented, according high priority for the initiative. The Premier opined his views on human-elephant conflict, responding to a question raised by parliamentarian Sydney Jayaratne. The Prime Minister said that an electric fence will be constructed covering 17 districts in the country to avert human-elephant conflict. The fence will be extended to 7,000 kilometers. The Prime Minister also said that civil security force members or maintenance workers will be assigned to maintain the electric fences. The Prime Minister said that the government's intention is to restrict elephants to their habitats. The Prime Minister also responded to a question raised by parliamentarian Vasudeva Nanayakkara on American Navy operations and Sri Lanka's role in facilitating. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said that American bases are operating in Bahrain and some other places in Indian Ocean. He added that the US does not need bigger bases for their strategic plans as they are equipped with state-of-art technology. The Premier said that not only the US Navy but also any military entity of a country can use Sri Lanka's ports and airport on temporary basis with the consent of the administration. Parliamentarian Charles Nirmalanathan asked the Prime Minister that whether the government will give solution to problem of lack of fire brigades in the Mana and Mullaitivu districts. The Premier said that the government has embarked a program to set up at least one fire brigade per each district. He noted that under the program, the Mana and Mullaitivu districts will get fire brigades this year. He pointed out that firefighting equipment and vehicles to the 2 districts will be dispersed this week. Meanwhile, it has been decided to hold a vote on proposal on a national government in Parliament tomorrow. The police headquarters announces that discussions are being ensued to act on underworld leader Markandure Madush, who was arrested in Dubai. Markandure Madush and 25 other suspects were arrested in a super luxury hotel in Dubai yesterday with cocaine. It is reported that a diplomatic passport holder is also among the suspects arrested. Discussions are being held to bring the arrested people to Sri Lanka. The Ministry of Defence and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs have already opened discussions with the Dubai government at diplomatic level. A team from the STF has also joined the operation to nab the criminals. A debate has been initiated whether the arrested individuals should be dealt under the Sri Lanka's law or Dubai's law. State Minister of Defence Ruwan Wijewardena says discussions are being held in Dubai authorities to bring Madhush and other suspects to Sri Lanka. Meanwhile, parliamentarian Harshana Rajakarna said that as the government has ensured law and order in the country, criminals like Makhundre Madhush have been able to netted. Containers of essential goods are being cleared expeditiously as the trade unions attached to the Customs Department have concluded their trade union action. According to the reports, clearing of more than 7,000 containers have been impeded during the last 6 days in line with the trade union action. The loss caused by the situation exceeds 12 million rupees. Trade unions of the Customs Department say they will work swiftly to recover the damage caused as a result of the action. Meanwhile, a container terminal at the Urugodavatte has also returned to normalcy. Our correspondents report that wholesale traders are active in PETA following the conclusion of the trade union move. Cabinet approval has been granted to set aside 5,000 million rupees to purchase paddy in the Maha season. Paddy harvesting for year 2018 and 2019 has commenced in the Maha season. The mechanism of paddy purchasing is being conducted under the purview of district secretaries. 1 kilogram of Samba variety will be purchased at 41 rupees and Nadu variety at 38 rupees. The cabinet approval has also been granted to implement the National Action Plan to eliminate bribe and corruption from governmental and other institutes. The action plan has been prepared seeking suggestions from different stakeholders. The project will be implemented in between 2019 and 2023. The anti-drug campaign will be expanded. Accordingly, a new national authority will be formed to rehabilitate drug addicts. In addition, new high-tech equipment will be imported to the country to identify dangerous drugs. The Cabinet of Ministers endorsed previously a proposal to provide relief to 1,573 retired members of security forces who have been disabled during the war. Another set of 790 security personnel will be included for the program, and cabinet approval was granted for the memorandum submitted in this regard. A methodology has been formulated to earmark beneficiaries for welfare programs. The new law will be formulated under the 27th clause of the No. 24 Welfare Act in 2002. The new methodology also consists of a comprehensive database on beneficiaries. The Cabinet of Ministers have granted approval to construct a bridge and access roads across the Kokilai Lagoon on the Kokilai-Pulmude Road in Muletiv. Following the commissioning of the new bridge and the access roads, distance between Muletiv and Pulmude will be cut by 100 kilometers. The Czech Republic and a domestic commercial bank finance to the project. The Cabinet of Ministers gave the permission to sign agreements with the said bank. Now, measures have been taken to beef up security in ports in line with the anti-drug campaign being implemented island-wide. Minister Sagala Ratnayaka has instructed the Sri Lanka Ports Authority to take necessary steps to tighten security in the ports. Accordingly, the Ports Authority is working hand-in-hand with the Sri Lanka Police to ensure security at the Colombo port. A new security plan will be implemented. Meanwhile, Sagala Ratnayaka has also informed the management of the Sri Lanka Ports Authority to carry out all transactions of the authority in accordance with the due tender and procurement procedures. He also stressed that the activities of the authority need to be done in 100% transparency. The appeal petition filed against the interim order against Mahinda Rajapaksa functioning as the Prime Minister will be taken up on the 14th of March.
Lawyers appeared on behalf of the respondents of the petition said that their clients have decided to withdraw the writ petition filed before the Court of Appeal. They further stated that signatures are being collected from parliamentarians to withdraw the writ petition. The lawyers appeared on behalf of parties representing Mahinda Rajapaksa also said that if the respondents are ready to withdraw their petition, they too are ready to withdraw appeal petition. The Supreme Court decided to take up the appeal petition again on the 14th of March. 3 suspects, including former Navy Lieutenant Commander Chandana Prasad Hettiarachchi, were further remanded on the charges of abducting 11 people. The suspects were remanded till 20th of this month by the 4th Magistrates Court, and the CIT informed the court that investigations are being conducted to trace scientific evidence pertaining to the incident, retrieving mobile phone data. The CID also educated the Magistrates Court that evidence from several other Navy officials were recorded in regard to the abduction case. The CID stated that a comprehensive investigation is being done with regard to telephone conversation done for soliciting ransoms from the victims. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court today ordered to take up the appeal petition filed on assassination of multimillionaire Mohammad Siam on the 12th of March. 6 individuals, including former DIG Vas Gunawardena and his son Ramidu Gunawardena, who have been sentenced to death by the High Court in regard to killing of Mohammad Siam, have filed the appeal petition. The High Court documents were also submitted to the Supreme Court today. On the 12th of March, numbering of the documents will be checked.
The Mahaveli Authority announces that a bountiful harvest of paddy is being received from the Mahaveli zones in Maha season. As a result of the bad weather prevailed during the last few years, paddy harvest was reduced considerably. Mahaveli farmers started to till their fields as they received rainwater in due time in the Maha season. The Mahaveli Authority says more than 300 bushels are being harvested from Mahaveli zone paddy fields per hectare. A group of naval personnel attached to the Northwestern Naval Command has apprehended 11 persons for engaging in illegal fishing using unauthorized fishing nets in the area of Sinnapadu, Kalpitia. The naval personnel also seized 2 unauthorized fishing nets, 4 dinghies and 2,487 kilograms of illegally caught fish during the arrest. The apprehended persons, along with their belongings, were handed over to the Fisheries Inspector of Puttalam for onward action. Meanwhile, another 13 persons and 4 dinghies belonging to them were held by the Navy for engaging in illegal fishing in the same area on the 2nd of this month. Sri Lankan Navy, under the able guidance of the government, is working to prevent over-exploitation of fish stock in waters of the island due to illegal fishing practices. Finally, on the local news segment now, attempt of 2 thieves to rob 5 million rupees from a bank in Kurunegala has been foiled by an employee of the bank itself.
When the 2 thieves were trying to rob the private bank in Kurunegala, one of the employees had attacked them and caught a thief. He has been able to save the money that was attempted to be robbed. A domestically made live hand grenade was also found in possession of the suspect. The culprit is a resident of Nangal area of Thulheria. Operations are underway to arrest the escapee. Meanwhile, police say 2 thieves have robbed a fuel station at Girithale Junction in Dompe. They have been stolen 200,000 rupees from the employees of the fuel station. The masked thieves have shot into sky and carry out the heist, perturbing the employees.
Moving on to the biz news of the day, let's take a look.
A statement issued by the IMF Managing Director Christine Lagarde following a meeting with Sri Lanka's Minister of Finance Mangala Samaravira and Governor of Central Bank of Sri Lanka Dr. Indrajit Kumarasamy in mid-January noted that a strong policy mixed with effective implementation of that agenda is key to strengthening confidence while putting Sri Lanka on a sustainable, high-quality growth path that would benefit its people. She added that IMF remains ready to support Sri Lankan authorities in these endeavours, and an IMF team is scheduled to visit Colombo this month to resume program discussions, while also recognising the challenging economic environment and the policy priorities for the country.
The benchmark oil share price index lost 24.24 points, close at 5,957.41, while the S&P Sri Lanka 20 index lost 16.87 points, close at 3,057.75. The turnover was 249.21 million rupees, with 6.4 million shares changed in hands in 3,048 trades. The market capitalization at the end of the day was 2,784.26 billion rupees. Top 5 gainers of the day were Serendip Hotels non-voting, the finance company, Renuka Foods non-voting, Trade Finance and ACL Plastics, while the top 5 losers were Blue Diamonds non-voting, Blue Diamonds voting, Nation Lanka Finance, Jetwin Symphony and the finance company non-voting. Today's foreign purchases were 161.28 million rupees and foreign sales were 168.05 million rupees. There was one crossing today and the crossing turnover was 127.51 million rupees.